Do you have okay, there we go. We're live.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Hi, Sherry. You were eager to the chat. Who else is here? Post in the comments. Let us know where you're from. Thanks for coming on a Monday morning, getting trained up, ready to grow your business.
I'm curious who that's on this live right now watched the real training with Sarah last week.
Whether live, just type in the chat. I can't see anything. Good morning. Good morning, Dallas.
Morning,
I think there's a little bit of a delay today. Yeah, let us know if you watched the real training and what you thought of it with Sarah last week. Hi, Donna. Good to see you here. Krista. Awesome. And you guys loved it? I loved it.
I loved it too. Like, it's all things I already know, but then you hear it in a different way and you learn.
Yeah,
I feel like optimizing the bio is crazy. Like, I feel like nobody thinks about that. Even just like the whole how Instagram has become a Google. Yes, use a template already.
Well, Sherry, definitely watch the replay. Let us know if you, and Chelsea, you too, you can still watch the replay. You can also, if you're in our Facebook group, it's in there. It's under the comments. And if not, just get in touch with us too. Order@sunainc.com.
It's on our YouTube channel too, right, Brandy?
It is. Yeah, it's on our YouTube channel.
So you can search Sunny on YouTube, and we have our first Booked and Busy training, our second one, and then we'll post this one here too in case you want to go back.
That's easy. That's right.
So this third one, you guys haven't got to see Brandy yet, but she's my partner in crime. So Brandy's my business partner if you haven't met her. And and when we were away a couple weeks ago, we were trying to think about what our third Booked and Busy should be, and something that feels really relevant to us, because this is a strategy that we used when we had our beauty businesses, but now, running Sana full time, we're trying to do more DM selling even as a brand. So we've been doing a lot of training. Her and I have hired a mentor to help us with this too. So something that just feels like we're in it, and this is just really fun to bring you guys in and get you guys doing the same thing in your businesses. And it's free, guys. Like, that's the coolest part about it, is this is just you connecting with your clients and using Instagram in a different way that's just a little more intimate. So let's keep it short today, straight to the point. Brandy, I will let you take it from here.
Yeah, and I think so. I'm going to share my screen. The one thing I will say is that, Chanel and I definitely use this as a strategy to grow our businesses when we had our beauty businesses, service-based. You guys can all see my screen. Can you guys see my screen? You want to just post in the chats there? I'm having a little bit of difficulty when I share my screen. I can't see the chats, Chanel. So I'm just going to kind of present.
Yeah, I'll let
you know if somebody has questions. So I'm going to present here.
Everybody can see. They're saying yes, they can see.
Great. Awesome. So what I was going to say is that Chanel and I used this strategy, even though we didn't know it was a strategy to grow our businesses. Now it's a strategy. It actually is a thing. And it's the majority of people that do any sort of social media selling, they will always say that, or even posting on social media, they'll say that all the sales that happen the magic is in the DMs, and it absolutely is. So that is the focus for today. The number one strategy that we want to chat about is a new follower response. So essentially what that is that when somebody starts following your page, that you're sending them a message. Now, a lot of people, so some people just ignore that, right? You're crazy, you're busy, whatever, or you don't know what to say. It's a missed opportunity. You should be reaching out to them. And you guys yourselves have probably received Instagram messages from companies or individuals or whatever. But what you may find is that a lot of those messages come in and they say, hey, thanks for the follow. Book your service with me here. Or, hey, thanks for the follow. You can, sign up for a free consultation call here. And it's very sales driven. which is a big no-no. As soon as you reach out and connect, that's the first thing you want to do is connect with them. You want to start having a conversation with them. You don't want to immediately start selling. Okay. So I think that's the biggest tip right off the bat, is to lead with a question. Now, what Sana implemented last year on our side was a question asking our followers if they're, interested in the beauty pro side of our business, or if they're interested in retail products. And so right then and there, it's like a question to get them to respond. And then you can find out and dig and get more answers to see kind of what they're interested in. Again, it's like really customizing the journey for your prospect and for your customer. So we've got an example here on the screen. I don't know if you guys can see that. So we've got an example for spray tanning. It says, "Hey, Brandy, thanks for the follow. Have you had a spray tan before?" Question it, say, "Yeah, I have." Amazing. Was it a positive experience? So just, keeping the conversation flowing, and you're going to roll with the punches here. And then the response was, "Yeah, I liked it, but I didn't like how it came off on my clothes and sheets." So when you're starting to get inside kind of the heads of your customers, or those people that haven't been to yet and you want them to convert to customers, you need to ask these questions, like what is important to them, right? Then you can tailor your responses to exactly what they said. So we've got here, "Oh yeah, I had the same problem, and this is why I brought in a bronzer-free solution. It's clear. You can literally put white on after your tan. I'd love to invite you for a tan. And then this is where we're doing a bit of selling. I can offer you membership pricing at 50% off, $25 a tan. Be specific. Are you free this week? I have time Tuesday at 6:30 or Thursday morning." Now, this is a very specific, now we've sped this up, obviously, we've sped up this whole process of engagement just to be able to show you guys exactly what that selling portion of your message should look like. You can see there's a few things that are happening in this message. Okay. So we're inviting them in at a discounted price to get them in their first time with you. We're also creating a bit of a sense of urgency here. Like, can you come in this week? And then giving them some times that they can come. Okay. So Chanel, do you have something to add?
Yeah, you just don't want to leave it open-ended. So when you're trying to get somebody in and do a sale, you are going to lose them if you don't get them in right away, whether that is like in your studio, if you were like doing a sales, right? People are often trying to get you on the phone. In this case, we want to get them in the studio. So even if you have your whole week is empty, I don't want you to say, "I can come, you can come anytime this week."
Yeah.
You have to give them a sense of urgency, and people want you to make it easy for them. Like, don't leave it open-ended. Of course, if they're like, "Actually, do you have anything Wednesday?" Then you could, if you do have, then you could respond, but you don't want to leave it too open-ended.
Yeah, and of course, if it depending, like if it turns into, I mean, this can go a million different directions, right? If it turns into, "Oh, that time doesn't work, or this time does, or whatever," you can go back and forth. I mean, I do think that it does go a long way when you can book your clients in. Like we've got in this example right here, "Please send me your email, phone number, etc. I'll book you in." Even if you do have an online booking site and that you're sending them a link and things like that, that doesn't, I mean, that's great. Don't get me wrong. But then if you're doing that, you would need to follow up with them again, create that sense of urgency. "Hey, like this, I can only offer you this 50% off in the next week," or whatever. Again, you can be flexible with those terms, firm but flexible. Okay. Because you're going to really have to pick up on that customer. And again, like Chanel said, the goal is to get them in. And we've also got here, do voice notes. What I love is a mixture of text and voice notes. Important details, put them in text. And when you're ever wanting to kind of give a personal response, send it in voice notes. Like, you can send them a voice note, say, "Hey, yeah, I mean, this used to happen to me all the time. Bronzer would rub off on my clothes or whatever, blah, blah, blah." You could say that part in a voice note, for example. And that gets them, obviously building trust with you, and that you're like a real human and person on the other end.
How does this feel, guys? Like, is this something that you would feel comfortable doing if you had a new follower? Is this something you already do, or a version of this?
I can't see the responses.
Nobody's responding yet, but I think the chat's lagging.
Okay.
You can keep going. I'll let you know.
Keep going. Okay. So we've got a few other examples here I just want to walk through. Okay. So same question on the left here. Hi, thanks for the follow. Have you ever experienced an airbrush tan before? I have. Amazing. How was your experience? It wasn't good. My hands were a mess. I did a booth tan and it was stressful. My friend told me about you. So this is where you're obviously going to relate with them. You know, oh no, this was definitely a driver for me to start my own airbrush tanning business. I know that this was a common thing that happened when I had my business. Booth tans were a big thing back then. And so that was something that I all the time received these types of messages. And so then it's really about me selling the service and the differences, like attention to detail with things like hands and feet, proper color matching, all the things that you're doing, those are important to your customer. And then, you know, asking the question, again, open-ended, who's your friend? And then, you know, this response back, Erica said, you're awesome. Oh, she's so sweet. I'd love to have you in for a tan. Do you have anything fun coming up? Date night, fun event at work, trip. So again, it's keeping it light and casual. And then again, using those, what we talked about before, giving them a limited time offer, getting them in to try out your services. Okay. Next one, very similar to how Sana does it, where you're asking them a question like, are you interested in a service or in retail or both? So that's an example of a new follower question that you can ask. And then in this example, it's specific to a product. So, oh, hey, you know, a friend posted about one of your products, looked awesome. You know, great. Which one? Have you used self-tanners before? And then, you know, this person saying, I don't know what it was called. That's usually the case. And then, you know, you ask a little bit more questions and then, you know, send them a direct link or explain how they can purchase. That's the number one thing. Yeah, I have this in stock. It's this much. You know, can I put some aside for you? Or I'm in the studio from this time to this time. Will you be by? Like those types of questions. Chanel, do you want to add anything here?
Yeah, so we have some comments in the chat.
Okay.
So Tammy said she loves this idea. Hillary said, I haven't done it in the past, but excited to try. Monique says, yes, she's definitely going to try it. Sarah says, I don't do this and definitely will be. Lindsay said she does a version. So yeah, a lot of people said they haven't done it, or if they have, they don't include a discount. Amy said, I've never done this before, but it makes total sense. I'll definitely be trying it out.
Yeah. This is the new, so, you know, typically what happens is you send people to your website and then people opt into an email list and then they get like a discount, right? So think of this in the same way but what we're doing is we're kind of bypassing that list, and what we're doing is really getting them in. At the end of the day, let's get them in and experience a service with you. The quicker that you get them in, then the quicker then they're going to come back, and the quicker they're going to tell their friends about you as well, right? So that is the ultimate goal. And this is honestly the most natural way of, it's such a natural, easy sales process. So that's what I love about this.
I also think, just to add, I think we get so caught up in like being robots. Like, here's my booking link.
Yes.
You know, here's where you buy. Like, we got to bring back a little bit of this like red carpet service and really doing things for our clients again, because it goes the extra mile. And you are not someone's main focus of their life, right? Like, we all have a million things going on. So if you can like stay consistent in helping your client like get into your studio, purchase something, and do a lot of that heavy lifting for them, you're more likely to retain them, especially in the beginning. Then when you get them in, you can teach them how to be consistent, how you want them to book.
Okay, I really love that. I absolutely love that. Yes, I love that. Okay.
Rubina asked, sometimes other spray tan businesses will follow. What kind of messages can we send them?
I love that. I think it would be amazing to, you know, strike up a relationship, right? Mm-hmm. And how, like, be the first one to reach out and say, hey, thanks for the follow. I see you, you know, take a look at their profile. I see you do spray tanning too. That's awesome. How long have you been doing it for? I've been doing it for this long, and I love this and that, you know, or whatever. Like, hey, we should, you know, if you ever need anything, send me a message. Like, this is a great opportunity to create friends in the industry for sure. 100%. And set the tone, right? So Cool. Okay. So we've got a new follower response. One of the things what we're wanting to do now is start getting more engagement in the DMs. And so one of the quickest ways to do that is for your followers to engage on stories. And there's a few different ways that you can do that. And, think about ways and that you can create stories to get those people to start messaging you or open up the opportunity for you to message them. So you can use the polls and reaction sticker features. This I'm going to show you an example here is a specific example on our Clear solution. So this would be like a plan that I have that I want to start engaging and getting our Clear solution in front of our clients more. So what I would do is kind of create a story, and I'd first talk a little bit about this new product we have, what's so great about it, why our clients are loving it. Then I would put in a poll. So I have an example here of what that would look like. So I'm just showing here, we would do a poll, ask a question. I've already got my graphic on the background that says, have you tried it? Yes, no, pretty simple. And then once you've posted it, you can swipe up and you can see who's voted, yes or no. And then, so these are the yes voters. And then I can still message the yes voters, but I can also message the no voters as well, okay? And so an example here, if you wanted to, so even if people have voted yes that they've tried it, what you could do is reward your people that are engaging with you. You can decide, okay, maybe I want to send these people a message and say, hey, thanks so much for engaging, or not, I would say engaging. Thanks so much for commenting on the poll. You could even ask them, what did you love about the Clear? You could do that. You could even, if you wanted to, just for those people, give them a special incentive, like, hey, I'm doing a promotion just for people that commented here or voted on my poll. Do you want to come in the next week? I'm doing 25% off or whatever. Okay. Or you get a free lotion if you do this. Some examples there. If the people that say no, then you can DM them and say the same thing. Like, hey, would love to get you in. I am doing a promotion just for these people. And this is the promotion details. Like when can you come in, basically. Okay. So that's an example. Is there any questions or comments on that, Chanel?
No, if you're going to give and try to get as much out of it too. So something like this, if you're going to have people come in, you're giving a discount on the Clear solution. Maybe your expectation of them is that you need a photo, or you're allowed to take a photo of them, or they have to send you a photo, or they have to leave you a review or something. You can always add things too. This is a great opportunity when you do have a slower week to post something like this and get more bodies into your space.
Yep, I love that. You could add that in there too, for sure. These are a couple of examples that I just quickly put together. We've got right here using the tap. This is, again, you'd put together like a whole story about our Keep Me Sun-Kissed Face Tan Water, why people love it, the key ingredients, hyaluronic acid, witch hazel, scented with vanilla fruit water, that kind of thing. And then it's like special offer for the first 5 people to tap. And then the same thing, in order to find out who tapped is you just swipe up on that story when you're logged in, and you can see those first 5 people, and then you can send them a DM, again, giving them the details of the promotion and the limited time nature of it, okay? Same thing, another way to engage, as an example with our mousse, what level of tan would you choose, light, medium, dark? Again, then you would DM each of these people. Another, tap the sticker and I'll send you a how-to video. So this could be something where you have created a video. Maybe you even have it in an Instagram live and it's maybe way down your feed, or you've got it in your highlights or something. But again, this is a great opportunity to reuse content. And so you don't have to keep reinventing the wheel. You can take some of what you already have, and they DM you, and then you literally just share the link to them, right? But this is a way to, again, get people engaged with you, and you can always offer, create another incentive if you'd like to.
So, Brandy, we have a question. Sarah said, would this be a good way to get a new hire booked up? And honestly, I wish
Oh,
I would have thought about this like in
yeah.
this way. I didn't do enough of this. I actually used Groupon and it was great at the time. Like I'd hired 3 people at once. It got them busy.
Yeah.
But this would have like I would have saved a lot more money and made more money doing something like this to get my new hire booked up.
Yeah.
And I personally think there's nothing wrong with giving discounts to get people in the door, because I always had so much confidence that once I got them in the door, they were going to be like lifers, and 95% of the time that's what happened. So if you have that kind of confidence as well, if that's going to get someone in the door and build confidence in them to believe what you're going to give them is going to be great, then rock on, I say.
I 100% agree. And I think that it's much more even more effective than something like Groupon, because these are like this is your posse, this is your community. Like these people are here because they are interested or intrigued, even if they've never been a client before, right? But they're still there because it's like one day. So we need to get in front of them as much as possible. And so yeah, I love that, Chanel. Okay. So this next one is one that I think might push people out of their comfort zone a little bit, but is something, again, that Chanel and I did a lot of to grow our Instagrams and to grow our clients. You can find your dream clients on Instagram. Follow, a great place to start is simply, following your best clients. Yes, follow them. Request them, even if it's a private profile. They don't have to, allow you in, but you can still send them a message, be friendly, etc. You can find out who their friends are. If it's a public profile, it's pretty easy. Friends comment. You can start, commenting on or following those friends. You can comment on their posts. Of course, be very genuine. Do not be robotic. Engage, send messages, and again, if they follow you, then that's the time to send them that new follower response as well. Engage with your dream clients. So one of the things that ends up happening is that we get in the DMs, or we start in this Instagram strategy, and it can get quite busy quite quickly, right? So as you're growing your business, new followers are coming in, you're sending them messages, you're, wanting to engage with your dream clients. There's people inside your community that you really would love for them to be your client. And you might end up with like kind of a big list of who are all these people. You've sent them DMs, but instead of you kind of going offline and making a notebook of like who all these people are, there's a kind of a trick that you can organize yourself inside Instagram. And so this is a cool little trick that I recently learned, is to flag your VIP clients, or again, prospective clients, inside the DMs. So you create a flag for them. I'm going to show you how to do that. So this is an example. So the first thing, in order to do this, you need a business profile. So that's where you would go to your settings and click account, and then make sure that you are on a professional or a business plan, I believe. And I don't quote me, because there's all these different levels. But then once you've done that and you go to your DMs, and if you slide it over to the left and you click more, you can click flag, and you see how there's this fun little flag. And so those are your VIP people. And the other thing is, you can see this filter in your DMs. And if your DMs are getting quite busy, you can always click that filter button, and you can filter it by flagged. So then only all the people at the flagged will show up at the top. And I do this kind of for organization of, okay, I want to remember to, so for example, Christine's at the top of my list here. Oh, I wanted to send Christine a message just to touch base and say, hi, hey, how's it going? Haven't seen you in a while, or whatever. Or I can click on her name and go to her profile, find her recent post, comment, engage, reply to a story, whatever it may be. But this is a way to really structure and take control of your Instagram, and, again, focusing in on those dream clients that you want and your existing dream clients. or your existing clients that you just love, because you want to continue that relationship as well. Are there any questions?
We have a question. Do you suggest paying to boost posts on Instagram?
That's a good question. Paying, you can. Yeah, you can. It's so boosting posts on Instagram is going to show to your followers is what it's going to do. And you can do that. I would recommend that if you're going to do that, like give it a try and see how it works. I think if you're going to do that, you need a clear, like a really good ad to boost. So typically what you need to create the content that's going to work well for an ad. That could almost be another training. Hey, Chanel?
Yeah, like you need a strong call to action, because just seeing it is great. That's good, like reminding people about you, but it's even better if you can have a call to action, because then you can actually see if that boosted post worked.
Yeah, and what you could do with a boosted post, I think you can do this in boosted posts, is have it so that they send you a DM. And a strategy that you probably have seen out there is DM me the word this or whatever, or even just DM me, like, so say if you had like a special deal or something like that, you could, put that up there and then make sure that it says like DM me for the special deal and have them sent to you. And that's one way that you'll be able to even see how well your boosted post has gone. Like that's a good indicator. Whereas sometimes if you have it like sending it directly to your website or to a booking link, it's hard to know or see the value unless somebody actually books. And there's so many things that can go into that. So if I was going to do a boosted post nowadays, I would have them it would be a DM campaign is what I would do. I hope that answers your question. Any other questions, Chanel?
No.
No. Okay. Lastly, close friends. So how many of you guys, do you guys know what close friends are? Can you comment what a close friends list is? And have you used it for your business? This is just kind of a fun thing on Instagram that you can do to really nurture those dream clients that you already have or the dream clients that you want to have. And what I think is so fun, it's such a mind psychology game, is when you post to your close friends, you see how it turns green there. And I almost think, and I wonder if close friends stories show up more often. So for example, if I had somebody that I wanted to be my dream client, I actually, would add them and they were following me, I would add them to my close friends list is what I would do, because then I can post content and whatever it may be to my close friends list. And that dream client is going to see that. And that dream client is going to be like, oh, I'm feeling special that I'm in her close friends list. Right. So it's kind of a fun.
You have to treat it like a VIP list. Like maybe you have weekly VIP specials just for people in your list. Like you have to make them want to keep clicking on that story when they know that there's going to be.
Basically it's like a little VIP. It's a VIP list. I mean, there's formal programs that you can be like where people sign up to pay to be a VIP. But I think that if you're, just getting started, like you can really nurture these people, find people in your community that, again, like you would love for them to be clients and they're not clients yet, and then add them to that VIP list as well.
Brandy, Jenna Lee asks, lately I feel like I'm getting only new bot followers. How the heck do I keep them away? I block each new one that comes in, but it's very frustrating. Is this just something we need to deal with while building followers?
It is. Unfortunately, it is. Bots typically come from hashtags is where they're finding you. So it depends on the hashtag. See, it's a catch-22. If you're using like big hashtags, this is where, and I think for Jenna Lee, because I know your business, you are trying to get a bigger reach, right? So you are probably piggybacking on some of those big hashtags. And what I mean by big, like generic ones that have lots of thousands of tags. Whereas if you were focusing more on your local business, I would spend more time growing. Obviously, you want local clients if that's your goal for a service-based business. There's going to be less bots if you're using local hashtags. So that's just a tip there as well.
And Brandy, Jenny's asking, do clients know that you have added them to your close friends list?
They don't get a notification, but they will see, obviously, if you're posting stories and if they are on your close friends, they will see that green. Yeah, they will see that green. So if they know that that's a close friends, like you could message them and say, hey, I've added you to my close friends list and this is why. You know, you could say, because, you know, I really value you as a client, or, you know, and however you would like to do that. You could even send out a message to a prospective client as well and just say, hey, I've added you to my close friends list. You know, I'd really, I'm going to be posting a lot of like VIP only deals and info or whatever. And so I just, you know, wanted to let you know that kind of thing as well.
Perfect.
Yeah. I'm just going to show you how to do that quickly. So again, this was a close friends. You can see your close friends list. You can edit them. I'm going to show you how to go. So you basically go to the 3 lines at the top, and then close friends is right there as well. And then you can add and remove people as necessary. So that's it. All right, guys. So that's all I have right now. I can come back.
Let us know if it was helpful. Did this inspire you? Also, any other things you guys are wanting to know more about? This has gotten a really good response. We've gotten a lot of people saying that these have been so helpful. So we'd love to hear from you what you'd like to learn more about. Also, Brandy and I are working really hard to be more educational on our own Instagrams. So I'm just going to put our handles below and you guys can follow us there.
You good? You got everybody? I'm at
your brand Brandy, right?
brand_Brandy with an I. Yeah. It's not Brandy. A lot of people.
And then Brandy and I also co-founded Stir Agency, so you can follow us there. We're really working hard to do more, just free helpful tips for you guys. So feel free to hop in our DMs too. We don't run Sunnitan's DMs, so we're not going to see if you're messaging us there, but definitely follow us and hit us up with any questions that you guys have. And thank you for joining us this morning. Lindsay said she'd love to learn more about email marketing, frequency, segmentation, etc. This is Brandy's.
It's my jam.
It would be a very interesting topic to hear about your experience.
Yes. Okay. Well, we'll have to do that, Jenny. Oh, Lindsay, sorry. Oh, good. Good. I'm glad, Jenny. That's good. Out of the loop. Well, things are changing so fast all the time, right? Well, I'm glad, Jenny. I'm glad you guys found it helpful. Good. Okay. Well,
thank you, everyone.
Thanks so much, you guys. Have a great week. I guess it's Monday, so let's just kick it off. Have an awesome week. Let us know. Yes, Lisa, this was recorded, so the replay will be sent out shortly. Awesome. You guys have a great day. Bye.